Ignorance is one of the greatest superpower each and every one of us has. Do you know why? Because all of us at some point we were ignorant in a topic, in a scenario, about a subject, about an idea, about a skill, about somebody else. And ignorance, it is a superpower because once you can be comfortable accepting and saying that you don't know something, you are allowing yourself to learn. Because everyone that nowadays is a master in anything was once an ignorant person. For example, me, I can perfectly say, hey, I don't know the answer. Can you teach me? Or hey, I am wrong. Can you teach me? Or hey, what I did or what I say is the wrong way of doing it. Which other way can I do it? And since a lot of us struggle with accepting that we are ignorant, we are going to go around life thinking that we are perfect, thinking that we know everything, thinking that we don't need to improve, thinking that nobody can correct us. Best believe, the more you learn stuff about life in general, the more you are going to see and understand how ignorant you are. At least me, I can openly and with all my confidence say, I don't know the answer. I don't know about this subject. I don't know about this area. I don't know about this person. I don't know about this situation. I don't know about this skill. Because you accepting your ignorance, you are allowing yourself to learn. But if you think you know everything, then you cannot learn. And the reason why I say ignorance is a superpower is because we have 2 ears in one mouth. 2 ears in one mouth. Why? Because we learn by listening more than talking. Because if you have an approach in life in where you accept that whoever you can meet can teach you something, or whoever is around you knows something that you don't, you are going to gain a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge. If you can just stay quiet and listen, you are going to learn a lot. Why? Because since you don't know everything, and each human being is in different stages in their lives. Some people are advanced in certain topics, other people are not as advanced. But that person who is advanced and that person who is not advanced, what differentiate them? Exposure, environment, information, experience. Because that person who is advanced in that topic that you are not, that person has been exposed to different information, to different environment, to different experiences. And if you want to get there, you cannot get there if you already think you know it, if you already think you have the answer. You can only get there by accepting that, hey, I don't know. I am ignorant in this subject. I am dumb in this subject. I am stupid in this subject. The moment you accept your stupidity, you can change it. Because that's the first step about changing something, right? Accepting it. But if you don't accept that you are ignorant, then nobody can teach you nothing. And you will not seek improvement because you think you know everything. And since you know everything, nobody else can teach you nothing. However, I believe ignorance is a superpower because another reason is whenever you accept your own ignorance, there is a lot of things you can learn. And because everyone that is now a master or that has the know how to do stuff or have the most knowledge, the most skills in specific areas or in specific situations, is because that person was once ignorant. We all start by being ignorant. We all do. But with experience, curiosity, exposure, environment, talking with others, We get to learn. You go to school. When you were born, you don't just come in life already knowing how to do math, how to write. You go to school and they teach you how to do those things. Why? Because you come with a baseline of ignorance. And because the universe can teach you, nature can teach you, other people can teach you. But if you are not open, if you cannot accept that you are ignorant, nobody can teach you, nobody can empower you, and nobody can change your mind, nobody can change your belief system. For example, you have a belief system. You think that, oh no, this is the way it is, or this is what I think, this is what I believe, and you have your belief, and then somebody else come, and that person have a different belief, and you, instead of, and then that person give you facts, give you information, give you all the tools, all the references, all the knowledge to prove you that whatever you are thinking is wrong. But if you cannot accept your own ignorance, you are not going to change your belief, no matter how much information, no matter how much knowledge, no matter how many facts anybody can give you. Because you are so set on your own ways of doing things. You are so set on your perceptions about life. But guess what? Your way of doing things might not work, but the way of somebody else might work. You accept your ignorance so you can be able to learn. So you can be able to excel your intelligence. And because there is not limitation in the amount of knowledge you can have. There is not limitation in the amount of information you can have. There is not limitation in the amount of wisdom you can have. But the first step of acquiring wisdom is accepting that you are ignorant. At least that's what I do. A lot of the things that I think I know nowadays is because at some point I was able to accept that I don't know, and I was able to ask and let other people teach me. I silence my ego, because our ego be like, no, you are right. Nobody can teach you. You cannot be wrong. Don't show your weakness. Don't show that you are ignorant. Don't show that you don't know. That's our ego talking, right? Because our ego wants to present us to the world as this perfect human being that never fails, never make a mistake, is not ignorant, is not weak. But that's not who you are. You are not your ego. Your ego wants to keep you in a state of perfection. But you as a human being, you are continuously in a state of change. Because change is constant. Nothing stays the same. Nothing remains the same. But if you cannot accept your ignorance, you are going to remain the same person. If you don't allow other people to teach you, if you don't allow your own experiences, your own mistakes, your own failures to teach you, you are going to remain the same. And if you remain the same, you are not evolving. And if you are not evolving, you are not living. Because everything is changing. Everything is changing. Even you. When you were born, you didn't walk when you were born. You didn't know how to talk when you were born. You were not as tall or as skinny or big that you are right now. But what? Because you are allowed to change, and because you are called to change, and because everything is constant change. And how do you keep in constant change? Well, by improving, by knowing that, oh, I was ignorant in this, but they proved me this. Oh, I didn't know how to do this, but I learned this. By you evolving, by you changing, by you accepting your mistake, accepting that you don't know, accepting your limitations, accepting your own ignorance. That's the only way you can learn. And at least me, instead of me trying to save myself or trying to show how much I know, somebody can ask me something, I will say, I don't know. Even though when I'm offering counseling, when one of my clients asks me a question, I can, with all my confidence, said, I don't know. But the moment I say I don't know to my client, by the time we end up talking, the next counseling we're gonna have, the next counseling session, I already went and did research. I already went and asked. I already went and be curious in the internet, listening to podcasts, reading books, asking myself, well, I will be like, okay, you know what? 1 week ago, I told you I don't know the answer of this. But in that 1 week, I invested time doing researches, learning, questioning, analyzing, using critical thinking, and those are the answers I was able to come up with. At some point, I was ignorant, but because I was exposed to information, to different knowledge, to researches, to books, to facts, now I can have an answer. And if this answer is wrong, I'm going to accept that it's wrong. And I'm allow myself to change it. Ignorance is a superpower. Because the moment you accept that you are ignorant, you can learn. You can empower yourself. You can elevate yourself. You can change yourself. Start by accepting that you are ignorant. And then allow yourself to learn. Because remember what I say, in order for you to change something, you must first admit that you have it. But it's a struggle because we live in a world in where everybody wants to be right. Everybody wants to be number one. Everybody wants to be perfect. Everybody wants to be the person who's the most intelligent, the most wise, the one with the most knowledge. Well, I'm not part of that circle. I guess because I am ignorant in certain aspects about life, because I am wrong in certain aspects about life, because I fail, because I make mistakes. Ignorance is superpower because you can use it to your advantage. Stop hiding the things that you don't know just because you don't want people to laugh at you, just because you want to seem perfect in the eyes of other people, just because you want to be right all the time. No. Admit that you are ignorant and let the universe, let life, let your experiences, let other people teach you. If this video was valuable to you, let me know in the comments. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and see you in my next video. Thank you for your attention.